People can begin filing their taxes next week as tax season begins. Several different forms will start to pile up. All of the numbers and letters can be a bit confusing. This afternoon, our financial expert Paul Hood from Hood CPAs is here with us to break down the difference between each form so you are ready to file next week. Paul, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
First off, love your suit. Who are you wearing today?
Cowboys. It's got the OSU Cowboy.
Love it.
OSU'd up.
All right, so
it's Bedlam week, you know, you got to represent.
Absolutely, that's good. So let's talk about taxes. Our first question, W-2, W-4, 1099, there are a lot of forms out there. First off, let's talk about the W-4. What is that used for?
So W-4 is really, the W-4, W-9 is when somebody's paying you, whether it's you're a subcontractor or what have you, they have to gather your information. So the W-4 isn't really a form that's filed right now. It's a form that is filed when you first go to work for somebody. So W-4 is what you elect, how you have your withholdings and those kind of things. And they've really made it really complicated. It used to be simple, single two, single one. Now you have to be an accountant or a mathematician to figure it out. And then a W-9 is if you're a contract labor person, same thing you get. So the payer gets your information.
Gotcha. So if this company hired you, for example, you would fill out a W-4.
That's right.
Gotcha. All right, and speaking of W-9s, is it the same as a 1099?
So a W-9, again, is where you gather the information to be able to prepare the 1099. So if you do some contract work for me, so you do some marketing, and I don't get a W-9, on that W-9 I get your name, your address, your social security number or federal ID number, so that when I do the 1099s at this time of the year, I have all that information to report to the IRS. So they're not the same thing. The W-9 is to get the information to put on the 1099 with the numbers.
Okay, let's talk about W-2s. What's a W-2 tell you?
So a W-2 is what your employer gives you. That details out your wages, if you're covered by a retirement plan, your withholdings, and those kind of things. Dependent care benefits sometimes on there. It's a very important form, obviously, and a majority of the people, they get those, and a lot of times we're waiting on them. They're actually due out by employers at the end of this month, January 31st. Some are out sooner, and just a note to employers, there is massive penalties for not filing those things on time. Anywhere from, if it's 30 days late, a per W-2 charge up to $200,000, 30 to 60 can be up to $500,000. It can get all the way up to $1 million if you intentionally don't file those W-2s.
So if you own a business out there and you're listening to
this,
get it done. Get it done. All right. And then if somebody at home may be doing their own taxes, what other forms should they, keep note of? What other forms are there out there when they submit taxes? So
any source of revenue, any source of income, you should get a form from pretty much. W-2. You might get a 1099 if you do a side hustle. You might get 1099s for interest and dividends and stock sales. You might get a form for your mortgage interest. 1098 is what that's called. So it's basically, money in, money out that the IRS wants to track. They're now doing a lot of things. If you do Venmo and those kind of things, there's a reporting form on that. So, it's good to gather all that information.
Okay. Or find somebody like you.
Yeah. Well, and the IRS does matching, so we want to make sure we match up
with
them.
Okay. All right, Paul, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.